was a ghost in a whiskey haze. Every night turned into endless days. My fists were thunder, my words were knives, breaking the world, breaking my life. Shadows whispered, you're already gone, but I swore I'd prove them wrong. Now I'm the Prince of Shadows, light in my veins. Turn my racist story straight in chaos for fame. From the bottle to the lens, I found my name. The Prince of Shadows, no longer the same. My heart bled, my liver cried. I drowned my demons, but they never died. A mirror crack showed a stranger's face, a broken man lost in endless space. A voice said, rise or you'll be no one. I fought the dark till I saw the sun. Now I'm the Prince of Shadows, light in my veins. Turn my racist story straight in chaos for fame.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Prince Magnum Channel, where hot rodding and romance do coexist. I'm your host, Prince Magnum. Welcome to an episode of In Your Face. Now, today's episode of In Your Face, we got a lot of ground to cover, so bear with me a moment, okay? I guess you could say this is kind of a brief overview. Why hasn't there been videos going on? You've only been doing Star Trek Online live streams. Okay, well, we'll get to that. Back in May, the house that we were looking at, we were doing a rent-to-own. I'll give you the short, abridged version. The owner of the place is a, I thought I knew her. She's a friend of mine, but she's nothing but a low-life piece of, well, you know where this is going. That's just one of them things. Sometimes, you don't know a person until you get to know them. And I mean, I've known this gal for years, but I didn't know this side of her. And come find out, she's a lowlife, okay? Now, that being said, she's a lowlife that can get better if she gets sober, if you will, okay? Seems to be a thing here in Missouri. People who've got problems with drugs and booze, okay? Hell, technically, I fit in that category. The only difference between them and me is, time. But that's a subject for another time, okay? This isn't, sober talk, all right? Secondly, all right, where's Project Spirit? Well, obviously, here's her fender. One of her fenders is over there behind me. Pieces over here and there. Sheer bumper's right over there. What's going on? Project Spirit is in a shop down in, well, I'll just tell you, Dale Adams custom auto repair shop down in the Ironton area. Now, I know this shop. As a matter of fact, the guy who did own it, well, his grandson, who I went to high school with, now owns it. The old man retired. His grandson took it over. Hi, Jeff. Awesome guy. He was a cool hot rodder back in the day. Still doing it in his own little way today. Got that nice shop. They had to install a brand new wiring harness into Project Spirit. Now, when I say brand new, I don't exactly mean brand new. Basically, it was a wiring harness that was salvaged from another Maverick many years ago, sat on a shelf, and shoot, they actually forgot about it till the call came in from Dale Adams custom auto, and of all the things, he's like, oh my God, I've got one, so they pulled it from the shelf, packaged it up, sent it over to that little cool shop in Ironton. They plumbed it all into Project Spirit. She'll be home in the next few weeks, okay? You got a few more things kind of going on there, okay? So that's the big thing. Second, okay, well, third. Keep count, Prince Magnum. Third, Project Lena, got some stuff kind of going on with her. We didn't really get to mention this while we were in the previous place, but Project Lena was involved in a hit-and-run accident. Princess Star Song was on her way home from work, and some lunatic gal smacked into Lena, mangled up the front end a little bit. So I got to go and make those repairs. I've got the parts. I just got to get in there and start doing it. We've got a lot of parts for Lena, but those videos will be forthcoming, okay? Along with that, there's other stuff that's kind of worn out on her, after over 20 years, which fits her into classic car status, which means that we've got to make some repairs, okay? By the way, in another few years, let's see, another few years, Project Lena will be considered an antique. Yeah. A 2003 Pontiac Grand Am GT will be an antique. Kind of cool, huh? Along with that, we're going to be on the series In Your Face. We're going to be tackling, for the first time in a long time, alternate media. Oh my God! Yeah, I know, Prince Magnum. You're going back to. You said you would never take In Your Face back to alternate media. I got no choice. I got no choice. Missouri has reached the point where the corruption is real, and it's to the point where people like myself can no longer stand back and just let it be, okay? Bear in mind, folks, back in 2001, not too long after the 9/11 attacks, I had signed up for the U.S. Navy. Had my MOS as a hospital corpsman. Was looking to be cross-trained, where I would be an actual field medic, if you will, or a corpsman to go out with the Marines and take care of them in the field too. Okay? As I was getting ready to ship out, my paperwork came in that I had PTSD and I was given a discharge. Bear in mind, when I say a discharge, well, that means I was sworn in. I actually had stood in front of a U.S. Air Force colonel, a full bird colonel from the Air Force, and actually was sworn in. So, when I say that I can no longer turn a blind eye, that means that I took that oath to defend my country against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Which right now the Missouri government is guilty of being the enemy to its country. That is domestic, okay? So we're definitely going to be tackling that. Along with that, getting to the hot rod side of it all, Project Spirit, we're getting closer. Like I said, there's a lot of work to be done on Project Spirit. We've got work to do on Project Lena. We've got some basic stuff to do for Project Pearl, okay? All that being said, the Prince Magnum Channel is now being forced into doing something that we've never really actually done. We have to take on a car club that keeps gatekeeping. We're talking baby boomers, baby boomers that need to be put in their place, because the fact of the matter is, the young folks, they're the next lifeblood to the hot rod community, and they're not making the classics anymore like like a lot of us Gen Xers grew up still being able to see in the 1970s, 80s, the 90s, and early 2000s. They're not building them anymore. We've got to rely on whatever the young, the young bucks and the young ladies can do. Okay, so we've got to rely on them. So those are some of the things that we're going to be tackling in this up and coming, I guess you could say, retooling of the Prince Magnum Channel. Now I know for you ladies out there, you've been dying for your next romance video. Don't worry about that. We'll be getting to all that soon enough, but we got a lot of stuff to tackle, including when I say talking about, the gatekeeping of a previous generation of hot rodders. Yeah, they're even trying to gatekeep against the ladies out there too. Unless they show up with something that they think fits the narrative. No, hot rodding has to continue to evolve. If it doesn't evolve, then guess what? It fades away. So if we want the we've got a lot to cover on the Prince Magnum Channel. This is just kind of a brief overview. We got a lot of stuff going on. Along with that, also dealing with the corruption. We're also going to have to deal with the corruption where Missouri has a problem with churches getting involved where they shouldn't. And we're definitely going to also have to start taking on the churches. Now, before I get too far into it, I know some of you out there are true diehard Christians. When I refer to them as Christians, and you guys say, well, that's not Christian, then here's what I'm going to say to you. They are, until you guys get off your asses and bring your asses here to Missouri and go to those churches and tell them, no, you're not Christian. Okay? Kick them out of the fold. All right? Take a stand, for criminy sakes. Okay? Until you quit playing. If you're not going to actually stand, if you're just going to say, well, that's not Christian, that's not enough. Okay? Take action. Because the rest of the world has begun to notice. And the rest of the world, a lot of them view American Christianity as right up there with jihad, the jihad Muslims, okay? And I include myself into that group because that's what it is. So we're going to have to take them on too, okay? The Prince Magnum Channel, unfortunately, can no longer turn a blind eye to the bad stuff going on in the world. However, even though it seems like it's doomsdayer stuff, we're going to do something that Alex Jones should have done. We're going to provide a solution. We're not just reporting on bullshit, okay? We're going to do something about it. Even if it means taking the fight directly to those who are in positions and are corrupt because they think they're untouchable being in that position. Okay? It's time to kick ass and take name, folks. The Maverick Nation can no longer turn a blind eye. There it is. Okay? So we've got a lot of ground to cover. Oh, it's a lot to unpack in here. Bear with us. Alright? Y'all get your videos of baby girl and romance and all that. But we got to take action. All right. That's why this little update was brought to you in the series In Your Face. All right. Okay, as usual, get over to Patreon. $1 a month. Okay, real quick. That $1 a month that goes into Patreon, obviously you get access to Cinnamon's Discord. All right. Right now we've only, we don't have a whole lot going on over there. But all the stuff that has already went on, worth your time and effort. Take a look at it, okay? And again, this is one of those Discords where if you want access to it, yeah, you pay the $1. But if you're not 18 or older, I don't care how much money you throw at me. You ain't getting in. But that $1 a month, what do you do with it, Prince Mac? What do you do with it? Well, currently right now, because there's not a whole lot of you Patreons yet, I've had to take that money and turn it into small investments. I've invested it so we can turn that money into, more money so we could do the projects right, like Project Spirit. What does that involve? What do you mean doing it right? That involves getting paint, different tools, things like, body putty, okay? Things like that. Welding rods, okay? So I can do the repairs and do the body work right, okay? That also includes getting shop supplies like motor oil, okay? And getting things like, transmission fluid. Things that vehicles need, okay? And that involves even putting money back so we can rebuild an engine here on the channel. Because we've done a lot of work to engines, but we've not rebuilt one on the channel. And that definitely should be worth your time, okay? So that's where the money for Patreon goes to. Along with that, get over to Teespring. Again, anything that you purchase from Teespring. We got artwork going all the way back to like 2020, okay? Which eventually some of it will be going away once we get more, to add in, all right? So there we have it, all right? Give that a check. Take a look at it, okay? Take a look at it. All right? Now, all that being said, regardless of where you stand on what we're having to do, I'm just going to say it. Get out there and work on a project. Don't care what it is. Just do something with yourselves. Remember, idle hands and a creative mind go together like oil and water. If you have a sweetheart, sweep them off their feet and do something special for them today. And as always, for every last one of you out there, no one out there has told you that they love you today. Prince Magnum does. God bless you, and have a happy 24. Thank you.
Dust on the earth beneath my feet. Sky stretches wide where the spirits meet. Those names I can't forget, still hear them calling. They haven't left me yet. Yeah. Every shadow, every star.
This is wrong, you hear me? Wrong. This is... Wrong me, my brains are...